Hello guys, welcome back to the KARANJA'S. I hope you guys are doing good out there. Today is a very special day for this channel and for the family, for the KARANJA'S family who have been watching us. So first of all, today is exactly 27 days before the results of the DV are announced, and this video is number 100 video we have done since we started this channel. 100 is a very unique number. And in today's video, I'm gonna talk about a very important form called Form DS-260. If you have been watching our videos, we have done more videos about this Form 260. We have also demonstrated on how you fill the Form 260, DS-260. In this video, since we are approaching that time where the winners will be announced, I felt it's very important to talk about this form and answer some few questions that have popped up in our emails. So the first question is, what is DS-260? DS-260 is a form that you fill after you have won the DV. So you are a winner of the DV after receiving the first letter of notification that you have been selected. You go ahead and fill this form DS-260. This form is the form that they use at the embassy on the day of the interview to ask you questions. It is also the form that schedule you an interview position. So it is a form you cannot do away without. And how you fill this form matters a lot. This form should correspond to what you filled in when you are applying for the DV lottery. So if you filled a single, this form should reflect the same unless your marital status have changed or other variables have changed. So whatever you filled in your initial application is what should go in this form so that you avoid many questions when you go for the interview. Form DS-260, somebody asked if you don't have a passport. So assuming you have won the DV come May 6th and you don't have a passport, can you go ahead and fill the form DS-260? The simple answer is yes. You can fill this form without your passport if you are waiting to get your passport. And don't forget, this form is required by everybody who is attending the interview. So let's say you have a family and you have the main applicant, you have the spouse, and you have the kids. So each person, including the kids, will have to have their own Form DS-260. So each person going for the interview have to fill this form. In this case, if you don't have passports for all of you, you can be able to select on the form other form of documents. So there's a section where it asks you traveling documents. So that is where you fill in the passport. You can either select ID and put in your national ID or other form of traveling documents. So if you fill other form of traveling documents, it will not ask you any more information. When you fill in this form, the moment you submit this form, you cannot be able to change anything on this form. So they lock the form that you cannot be able to do it. But in case you have filled in without your passport and you are waiting for your passport, the moment you get your passport, you can send an email to NVC at Kentucky and just a simple email saying, this is so and so, this is my case number, can you please unlock form DS-260 for the above case so that you can update some information. You do that, they will go and unlock the form to where you can now be able to edit the form. And this does not affect your interview, because when they lock the form, they have the form, but they don't access that form until they schedule you for the interview. So that means whatever you had put, the information you had put before they lock it, or the information you submitted before will not be showing when you edit it. Editing the original form when you ask them to unlock it. Go for the interview, they will look at that information, and that is where the questions will be based on. So that's why I said this form is very sensitive, and this form need to be filled correctly and accurately. You cannot play with this form. This form is what gives you your visa. In some cases, some information changes on the way. Things we can't control, like you added another kid after filling in this form. Those are things we cannot change. Or after winning, you added another kid. In that situation, you can edit the form and add the extra kid, and you'll be able to explain to them what happened. This is a situation they will understand. So I hope we are very clear on this form DS-260. Remember, this form is time sensitive, and in a case where you haven't filled the form, you are not considered for an interview. So that's why I have always said, get your documents as early as possible to avoid this delay. Don't forget, the DV is time sensitive too. You have to complete all the information, all the necessary processes needed before 31st September of the following year. Don't complete by then, the case is done, because that is the expiration date of each and every year DV. Wish you all the best, and until next time, you guys have a good time. See ya.